His real name is Edson Arantes de Nascimento. To millions of soccer fans, he is known as Pelé, number 10, the most celebrated player in the history of the game. He has led Brazil to 3 World Cup titles, scoring more goals than any professional player in history. Today, he joins the New York Cosmos and the North American Soccer League as they take on the Dallas Tornado, with a large crowd looking on at Downing Stadium in New York. The return of Pelé has attracted worldwide interest and given professional soccer in the U.S. a king-size shot in the arm. The return of Pelé, today on CBS. Oh, God. Oh, listen, man. Slip it up in the front. Ben doesn't have a headset. A little bit more, Ben.
You know what?
I want you to move a little bit to the left. Okay. All right? What?
Oh, you get enough noise when those players come out.
20.
When we cue the announcement, about 30 seconds to you guys. Okay? So when I cue the announcement, it's about 30 seconds.
You doing those? Those lovey-dovey numbers, huh? Hey, never been this close to a Britisher. Well, I trust him or not?
No.
Huh?
You got time.
Introducing today's officials. The referee, Peter Johnson from Windsor, Ontario, linesman Gino DiPolito and Tony O'Neill from New York. Now introducing the visiting Dallas Tornado. In goal, number 1, Ken Cooper. At right back, number 17, Tommy Gore. At center back, number 4, Albert Jackson. At center back, number 14, Bobby Moffat.
Welcome to Downing Stadium in New York City for perhaps the most celebrated event of the history of U.S. soccer, the return of Pelé as the Dallas Tornado takes on the New York Cosmos. Hi, everybody. I'm Frank Lieber, along with Ben Wright, our distinguished colleague from London, who has covered soccer on a worldwide basis for about 15 years, and, of course, joins us on our CBS Golf telecast. And this, Ben, is a big moment. What would you say the return of Pelé means, first of all, to the Cosmos and to American soccer?
It means the return, Frank, of pure football to this country, and I don't really think you've seen too much of that. There's been too much substandard play here in the past. This is plainly the greatest player who ever was, and I think you're in for a real treat.
Has it made an impression worldwide, say, on your countrymen as well?
Certainly. No question about that at all. I think Pelé's return here will put soccer firmly on the map of America, and I think it's not going to be long before America makes its presence felt in the World Cup.
Let's go down to the field now for the introduction of the starting lineups. The New York Cosmos starting lineup now being introduced to the throng here in this 23,000 capacity Downing Stadium, starting in goal for the Cosmos, will be the veteran Sam Musan, obtained this year from Vancouver. At right back, the captain of the Cosmos, who's been nursing a hamstring injury but going to play anyway, Barry Mahy. At center back, the man who's the captain of the U.S. national team, Werner Roth, wearing number 4. At left back, Tony Piccieno. Piccieno is a rookie from Long Island University. Midfield player number 6, Johnny Kerr, who is a veteran, one of the flashiest players in the North American Soccer League. Number 5, Alfredo Lamas. Julio Correa, number 7, will be a midfield player. At right wing, Mordecai Shpliger, number 21. Probably the best player in the history of Israel. And there he is, the man they've been waiting for here in New York City. A thunderous ovation for soccer's greatest player, Pelé. It's a moment that'll set goosebumps up and down your spine as the crowd begins to chant Pelé. The great one from Brazil, by the way, is clutching a Brazilian flag. And in a moment, we will have an exchange of flags from Brazil and the United States. And the Dallas Tornadoes' own superstar, Kyle Rote Jr. Rote, number 12, giving Pelé an American flag. And Pelé, in turn, handing Rote the Brazilian flag. And in a moment, we'll see these two in action in North American Soccer League play. An historic moment at Downing Stadium in New York. We'll be back in just a moment.
Bob Daly. Went all right. Went very well. You did a great job. Got it going nicely.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Mic check. Yes, mic check, mic check, mic check.
You get a list of everything I have to the
Hearing
referee.
me okay?
All right. You see that opening though?
Good luck.
There's the man we'll be seeing in action in just a moment or so. What hasn't he done in the game of soccer? Among other accomplishments, 8 goals in one game in 1964. As you look at the opposing goalies now, on the left of your screen, Sam Musan, the veteran New York goalie, played with Vancouver in the North American Soccer League last year. And on the right of your screen, a former All-North American Soccer League goalie, Kenny Cooper of the Dallas Tornado. An All-League goalie in 1972 and 73. The game is underway as the Tornado kicks off. Reynolds, number 13 in midfield, over to Mike Renshaw. Renshaw to Mickey Moore, number 9. Back it comes to George Lay. Lay wearing number 8. Strong left foot, this man. Most of the Tornado players of English heritage. New York, of course, very strongly influenced by the South American stars. Alfredo Lamas, number 5 for the Cosmos. He is one of the fanciest ball handlers you'll find anywhere out of Uruguay. Lamas setting it up very nicely. Kicked away by Albert Jackson, number 4. It will be Jackson's task, for the most part, Ben, to mark Pelé today. He has his work cut out for him.
Yes, he does indeed. No one has done it successfully without kicking him up in the air.
Throw in for the Cosmos from the far side as they try to penetrate deeply. Taken away by Richie Reynolds, number 13. Comes upfield to Shadwick. Shadwick trying to get it down to Kyle Rote Jr. Rote in a foot race as Musan comes out to scoop it up. Cosmos last year were dead last, had the worst record in the North American Soccer League, but Clive Toye has really strengthened this club, particularly defensively. They still need some offensive punch, but with the addition of Pelé, that's a big difference. Throw in for the Cosmos, near midfield. Very slick ball handlers. Mike Dillon, number 20, relatively new Cosmos, came from London. Piccieno down the far wing, losing the ball outside. More of the return of Pelé in just a minute.
Tommy Gore, Dallas. Pelé.
Dallas on the attack as Mackenzie contesting down to the far side as the ball taken away from him by Piccieno, number 18. Piccieno, rookie, number 3 draft pick. The New York Cosmos, the hometown boy, grew up in Brooklyn, went to high school here, loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be a Dallas throw-in. Tommy Gore comes in with it for the Tornado. Shadwick trying to center the ball, lofts it over the middle.
By Mahy.
Headed out very nicely by Barry Mahy, number 2, the captain of the Cosmos. Mordecai Shpliger, number 21, said to be Israel's best player, obtained by the Cosmos a few weeks ago. Pass blocked by George Lay. Lay, number 8. Over to Moore. Most of the action near midfield so far. No serious threats, no shots on goal either by any side. As Moore goes sprawling. And a tripping foul is being called against the Cosmos, which will result in a direct free kick for the Tornado. There's Pelé. You can see how he orchestrates things. There's Shadwick, and Musan comes out of goal. Musan got to that ball just before David Shadwick. Starts the play on the far side. Pelé is kind of an orchestra leader down in the field, isn't he, Ben? He kind of directs traffic both offensively and defensively.
Yes, and of course his movements off the ball are so marvelous. You'll see as the game develops that he will always be in the right place at the right time.
John Kerr sending it back to Dillon, who in turn returns it to Sam Newsom. 45-minute halves in North American Soccer League play, and of course the action is continuous. There'll be no overtime play today. Normally they do have a provision for 2 15-minute overtime periods, but since this is an exhibition, that will not be in effect today. Kicked out of bounds by Dallas, thrown by the New York Cosmos in their end of the field. Lamas, number 5, has it taken away. Alamon Mackenzie, number 15, in turn loses it to Lamas. Pelé goes tumbling. We talked to Ron Newman, the Dallas coach, prior to the game. He said the Tornado would not try to do anything special as far as double teaming Pelé or anything is concerned. He said if he gets his goals, he's going to get them on merit. But we're not going to double team him or triple team him. Lamas trying to center the ball as rushing down was Mordecai Shpliger.
Go in New York.
Pelé is used to this type of treatment, isn't he, Ben?
Oh, absolutely. This was the story of the only time that he failed to win the World Cup for them in his notable career with Brazil in 1966 when he was literally kicked off the field by a Portuguese called Mahy and out of the game.
Correa, number 7, sends it over to Mahy. Lamas, fancy ball handling to Pelé, gets it back to Lamas. Lamas across the offsides line, trying to get set for a kick. Instead tries to center the ball, and Kenny Cooper, the Tornado goalie, comes out to scoop it up. A tremendous thrill for these Dallas players, many of whom have told us during the course of the week that it would be the highlight of their soccer career simply to be on the same field with Pelé. Foul called.
And that was the opinion of the New York Cosmos as well at the press conference on Tuesday when Pelé made his appearance and signed the contract.
That was reminiscent, I guess, to a South American soccer scene, that press conference they had, huh?
It was a little bit hairy.
Here's Richie Reynolds. Ball gets through. Mahy gets it back to Sam Newsom. Mahy starts it upfield over to John Kerr. Alfredo Lamas, number 5. Pass gets by Correa. Turned around by Albert Jackson. That's Kyle Roth Jr. for the Tornado, number 12. Losing the ball. Mike Dillon sets it up. Normally, Pelé is played as what you would call a come-from-behind striker. He doesn't stay right on the forward line, but he stays right off that forward line and in good position to direct traffic and also to set up some goals. He has amazing quickness. John Kerr. There's Pelé. Renshaw runs it down. Dallas at a disadvantage of sorts because they had to play a game last night in San Antonio. We'll return to Randall's Island in just a moment. Back in action once again at Downing Stadium. A corner kick for the New York Cosmos as the ball went out beyond the end line. Last touch by a Dallas player. It's being set up by Julio Correa, number 7. Notice all the photographers around that goal. Mahy. Kerr. To Kerr. Mackenzie gets in front of Kerr.
Throw in New York.
Kicked out by George Lay of Dallas. Throw in this time for the Cosmos. Correa. Another Uruguayan player. First division player now with the Cosmos. Correa trying to keep the handle on it. Headed out by Albert Jackson. David Shadwick, excellent ball handler for the Dallas Tornado. Up to Mackenzie. Mackenzie! Excellent footwork by Albert Mackenzie from Jamaica. Fastest man, perhaps, of the Dallas team, and you can see why, as he is led perfectly here by David Shadwick, number 21, who sends the pass up. Mahy trying to catch him from behind. Can't quite get up to him. Coming up from behind him, Werner Roth now. Roth trips him up, but he manages to maintain his balance. Newsom has made his move. He is out of position, and the goal comes at 9 minutes and 20 seconds in the first half. Alty Mackenzie on the assist from Shadwick in Dallas. Leads New York 1-0. Cosmos, their offensive end. Again, it's Shadwick. Takes it away. Slick ball handler, great footwork. Over to Mackenzie, coming down the left wing. Mackenzie started slow for Dallas this year, but he's really come on strong. Ball rolls through, and Newsom gets to it just before Kyle Roth Jr. does. Referee, by the way, is Peter Johnson. Tony Nobel is one of the linesmen, and Gino Clippetto is the other. Ball out of bounds on the far side. Will be a New York Cosmos throw-in. They've got a rivalry of sorts going, these two teams. So they met an indoor play earlier this year out in San Francisco. And Kenny Cooper had the first shutout a goalie has ever had an indoor play in this country. As Dallas shut out the Cosmos 2-0. That's no mean feat indoors. And, of course, they've met many times in the playoffs. Each team has won one North American Soccer League championship. Barry Mahy, number 2, the captain of the Cosmos. Taken away by Reynolds. Mahy limping a little bit on that bad hamstring. Here's Rote. Keeping it in bounds. Looking for someone to pass it off to. Goes to Mackenzie just outside the penalty area. Back to Rote. Rote left puts it into the middle. Header attempt is going to the mark by Mike Renshaw. And Newsom gets it out of there cleanly, but taken away by Gore. Gore unleashes a shot. Scooped up on one bounce by Newsom. That's been all Dallas so far, Ben.
Absolutely. Pelé playing at the moment a loping role, but he's never more dangerous, and he creates space for himself, you'll see.
He's a master at moving into the open areas. That's Rote. Slipping and going down on his own, and that will result in a goal kick.
Pelé at the moment trying very hard to get his teammates to slow the pace of the game down, not to rush about all the time, which of course is the answer.
Pelé's advisor said this week he was about 70% at top speed as far as his timing and all was concerned. Of course, he's been in retirement for about a year now. This is his first action. Kicked out of bounds by Moore of Dallas on the far side. It'll be a New York Cosmos throw-in. This will be the only meeting of the year of these two teams, unless they should meet in the North American Soccer League playoffs. That'll be in August, and we, of course, will have the championship game on CBS on August 24th. Pelé tripped up from behind by Reynolds.
Direct kick, New York.
It'll be a direct kick for the Cosmos.
Yes, that's a couple of heavy tackles Reynolds has landed on Pelé so far. He's obviously going to give him a little bit of hard working over this afternoon.
Pelé setting it up right on the offsides line. That's 35 yards out from the goal. Pumps it into the middle. Two players go down. Play on, says the referee. Bobby Moffat clears it out for Dallas up to Rote. Rote loses it. There's Pelé at the offsides line. Great footwork. Trying to work the give and go there with Johnny Kerr and couldn't do it. Mickey Moore of Dallas takes it away. We mentioned earlier, Dallas played a game in San Antonio last night. Lost to the Thunder 2-1. We'll return to Downing Stadium in a moment.
Lamas. Throwing Cosmos.
Throwing for the Cosmos as we head back to play near the midfield area. Dallas leading by a score of 1-0. We have a little over 30 minutes left to play in the first half. Dallas in the dark jerseys controlling. They've dominated so far here in the first half. Mackenzie here, man who scored the only goal of the game. Going one-on-one with Pelé, slips it back to Mike Renshaw. Renshaw up to Richie Reynolds. 35 yards out. Sends it forward to David Shadwick on the right wing. Shadwick centers it.
Cleared by Mahy.
Going high for the header was Mickey Moore, but Mahy, number 2, is there to knock it out of bounds. That'll result in a corner kick for the Tornado. Don't forget next week on CBS, another important first-round match in the CBS Tennis Classic as Tom Gorman meets Dick Stockton. That's next Sunday at 4:30 Eastern Time on CBS. Also have the pressure point feature. Here's George Lay with the corner kick. Left foots it for the Dallas Tornado, headed by Jackson. Taken away by Lamas. Lamas loses it to Renshaw. Renshaw in turn loses it to Piccieno. Back it comes to Newsom, the goalie. Tommy Gore, number 17 for Dallas. Dribbling slowly across field, picked up by Pelé. Reynolds centering the ball to Rote, who chests it back to Moore. Moore is taken down hard.
Mackenzie for Dallas.
Over to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, expert footwork. It comes to Julio Correa. Correa to Mordecai Shpliger. Shpliger trying to set it up, loses his footing. Ball is kicked loose. movement of the tornado. It'll be a throw-in for New York. Ball cleared to near midfield. Header by Rote. Who's got it? Dillon. Over to Lamas. The man they call the Harlem Globetrotter of the South American soccer because of his moves. Into the penalty area. Taken away by Moore. Sends it off to David Shadwick. Well, we've got to say, Ben, this pitch here is not the best we've seen.
No, it isn't indeed. It's very rough in areas and not easy to control the ball. Very hard underfoot as well.
Seen a lot of slipping and sliding so far, and that's one of the reasons. Newsom has one of the best marks among goalies in the North American Soccer League this year. Albert Jackson, number 4 at the Tornado. Pelé moving up on it. Over to Renshaw. Chested by Mackenzie. Mackenzie. In the middle of Rote. Taken away by Werner Roth. Up to Lamas it comes.
New York defense definitely playing it a bit too square. They're getting caught out by these through passes repeatedly.
Yeah, they're playing a little cautious, Ben.
I think they are, yes. I think the occasion has probably overwhelmed a whole lot of the fellows out there.
Kenny Cooper sends it out in the front. 2/3 the length of the field. Picked up by Mahy. Up to John Kerr. Going down the ball is Julio Correa. A throw-in for the Dallas Tornado. There you see Pelé directing the traffic, shouting to his teammates. Great field general, great leader. Out of bounds. Dillon took control at that time. It'll be a throw-in for the Dallas Tornado. Lay with the throw-in inside the penalty area to Rote. Puts it to Shadwick. Shadwick trying to get loose for the shot. Can't do it. Lamas to the middle of the field. Shpliger to Pelé. Up to Shpliger. Shpliger down the left wing. Cosmos hasn't really had a shot on goal yet. That's about the closest thing they've had. Kerr trying to penetrate. Pelé goes down. Good header, and Cooper soaring through the air to bat it away. Oh, a great bit of action there, Ben.
Absolutely perfect pass over there, and the goalkeeper doing a very good job to get it off Pelé's head. There you see this incredible athletic ability, even though his legs have been severely smashed up in many years of hard tackling.
Cosmos applying some pressure now. That's John Kerr over to Pelé. Oh, that was. You see that?
Beautiful flick with the heel there.
Boy, that's the type of play that it means world-class soccer all over it. Watch this flick of the heel by Pelé. Look at that.
Completely wrong-footing the opposition there. A touch of world-class.
Pelé out to Kerr. Kerr inside the penalty area. Has it taken away and kicked out by Bobby Moffat. Kyle Roth Jr. trying to run this one down. Runs into Roth at midfield. Mike Renshaw for Dallas. Down the left wing, intended for Ali Mackenzie. Sent back to the goalie by Mike Dillon. There's no team ever repeated as champions in the North American Soccer League in 8 years. New York and Dallas have each won 1 championship. Cosmos in 71. Foot race, Correa and George Lay. We'll return to Randall's Island in just a moment.
Hit the post with the head of it. What a perfect positioning.
New York throw-in. Cosmos control the ball. They trail by a score of 1-0 here, midway in the first half.
We've just seen a magnificent move by Pelé there. He darted about 10 yards to meet the ball with his head when it was centered by Kerr, but unfortunately headed it against the upright.
Throw in by the Dallas Tornado. Taken away by the Cosmos, who control it. Shpliger, number 21, sends it back to Lamas. Cosmos on the attack here. New York in white, Dallas in the dark uniform. Downfield, Tommy Gore for Dallas. Kicks it back to his goalie, Kenny Cooper. Cooper set a record with 9 shutouts last year in the North American Soccer League and has a career total of 27.
Throw in New York.
Throwing for the New York Cosmos. Coming over to take it will be John Kerr. Kerr come back this year after a very serious back operation, spinal fusion last year, but recovered very nicely. Great field general. Lamas, one-on-one with Moore. The Kerr. Mike Renshaw for Dallas. Back to Albert Jackson.
And it seems that it's Ricky Reynolds who's taking the job of trying to stay close to Pelé at all times.
Mackenzie. Headed out of bounds. It'll be thrown in by the Tornadoes' Alty Mackenzie. Back to George Lay. Lay, number 8, though he is a defender, is also the number 2 scorer on this Dallas team. They've had some offensive problems this year. They are 4th in their division, the Central Division of the North American Soccer League. Cosmos very much in the battling for the title in the Northern Division. Mackenzie trying to put some fancy moves on. There's a little contact for you between Kerr, number 6 of New York, and Mackenzie, number 15 of Dallas. Mackenzie in his 2nd year, throwing for the Cosmos. Dallas troubled a great deal this year with injuries. In fact, Lamas has started something like 9 different lineup combinations in 10 games because of the rash of injuries which have hit his team. Perennially a contender. Here's Kyle Rote. Offside called against the Dallas Tornado. First offside call of the afternoon. Dallas leading 1-0. 22 minutes left to play in the first half. Correa. Drops it back for Pelé. Great move.
There you saw the little flick with the outside of the instep. Another world-class move by Pelé.
Piccieno, number 18.
Shpliger.
Up to Shpliger. Shpliger trying to set something out.
Pelé.
There's Pelé. Dallas going the other way now. Mickey Moore to Mike Renshaw as he crosses midfield. 35 yards out. Renshaw starts to make his move. Guarded closely by Lamas as he sends it back to George Lay. Lay
Mike Renshaw.
in the corner to Renshaw. Renshaw trying to set it up. Goal kick. Last touch by Renshaw. So the Cosmos will boot it out of there. New York in the Northern Division of the NASL with Boston, Hartford, Rochester, and there's like 6 points separate those 4 teams, so anybody can win it. Sam Newsom starts it going again. Cosmos trailing 1-0 on a goal by Alty Mackenzie of Dallas. Pelé at midfield. Looking around. Man's got great peripheral vision. Say almost uncanny in medical tests have proven that. Lamas, number 5. Piccieno on the far side.
Liveric.
Good defensive work by Dallas. Tommy Gore, number 17. Ricky Reynolds winds up with the ball. Dallas starting upfield once again. Kyle Roth Jr. at midfield.
Pelé.
There's Pelé. Beautiful pass. Correa with the shot has it deflected by Moffat. Renshaw up to Mackenzie.
Perfect through pass by Pelé there, setting up an opportunity.
There's Mackenzie. He's got great save by Newsom. As Mackenzie really put on a burst of speed there and fired that left-footed shot. And a fine save by Newsom to save the goal. Shpliger, number 21. Correa, fine pass. Outside the penalty area. He lobs it across the middle. Pelé coming in, goes high for the header. Back to Shpliger. His shot is saved by Dallas goalie Kenny Cooper. Got an offside call against the Cosmos, so had that shot gone in, apparently it would have been for naught. Cosmos control. Shpliger.
Offside, New York.
Another offsides against New York. More soccer action in just a moment. Along with Ben Wright, Jack Whitaker at Downing Stadium in New York. Corner kick for the New York Cosmos from the far side. As Mark Liveric sets it up, left foots it, headed out by David Shadwick. So it'll be a throw-in now for the Cosmos. Liveric, number 8, is the leading scorer on the year with 12 points. Liveric left foots it into the middle. Bobby Moffat, number 14, turns it away. Off to Reynolds. Long kick downfield, turned around by Mahy, picked up by Mickey Moore of Dallas to Mackenzie. Mackenzie shoves it back to Mike Renshaw. Renshaw on the left wing being guarded by John Kerr. Crossfield to Reynolds, just outside the penalty area, shot is fine.
Goal kick, New York.
The New York defense getting much more into the game now. They started very slowly and very square, but they are cutting off the Dallas forwards through passes much better as they got into their stride.
Mike Dillon starts it downfield for the Cosmos. Kerr. Bobby Moffat chesting the ball for Dallas.
Throw-in, New York.
Out of bounds. Last touch by George Lay of Dallas. It'll be a throw-in. Correa comes in with it, headed by Moffat. Correa, number 7. Off to Lamas. Shpliger, number 21. Sees an opening in the middle. Drops it off to Pelé. Pelé makes a move. Beautiful pass to Correa. Shot is wide corner. Lifted away by Kenny Cooper. Tremendous bit of action here at Downing Stadium. Let's look at it again, Ben.
Yes, here we see it again now. Pelé gets the ball, moves right. A perfect pass out to the right winger. Crossed over, but not enough power in the header there. Too much an attempt to place the ball rather than bang it into the net.
Back to live action again. Dallas controlling it on the move. Mike Renshaw moving down to the middle of the field for the Dallas Tornado. Caught from behind by Lamas. Sends it over to the far side to David Shadwick. Shadwick, number 21. Waiting for Renshaw to break by him. Gives him the pass. Renshaw. Shot is blocked on him. Word to Roth. Gore trying to save it for Dallas. Taken by Shpliger, number 21. For the Cosmos.
Liveric.
Over to Liveric. He sees Pelé. Sends the pass to him. Right back it goes. To Liveric, who overruns the ball. Shadwick. Fancy right winger for the Dallas Tornado. Back to Ricky Reynolds. Veteran British player. Reynolds in his first start in a Dallas uniform 2 years ago scored 3 goals in the first 18 minutes. There's Reynolds trying to center it. His cross a little bit wide. Number 8 for the Tornado. Back to Renshaw. Picked away by Lamas. Albert Jackson now at midfield for Dallas. Far side to Shadwick. Good job controlling the ball. Lost out of bounds by the Cosmos. It'll be a Dallas throw-in. For Dallas, this will be a case of 3 games in 5 days. They have another one coming up Wednesday night in Portland.
Shadwick.
New York plays Toronto here at Downing Stadium Wednesday night. In case you're wondering, fans across the country will have a chance to see Pelé this year in Boston and Rochester, Los Angeles, Seattle, and Hartford. That's where the Cosmos play on the road the rest of the year. 1-0. Dallas leads. 14 minutes remaining. Pelé. Beautiful move to get around Moore. 3-on-3 situation here. He drops it off to Shpliger. Far side to Liveric. Liveric almost loses it. Moffat coming over to tackle him, and a foul is called against Moffat. It'll be a free kick for the Cosmos. Into play quickly. Shpliger Out to Kerr, left foots it in the middle, into the penalty area. Shpliger, kicked away by Moffat. Corner kick for the Cosmos as it goes over the goal line.
And as the game goes on, Pelé really beginning to make his presence felt. No Dallas players succeeded in sticking by him for long.
Liveric out to Piccieno. Piccieno gets it into the penalty area, and Cooper looked for a moment like he was distracted, didn't see that thing coming until the last minute. Fortunately, wasn't kicked that hard for the Tornado. And Cooper punts it out. Well across the midfield line and across the offsides line. Tremendous punt by Cooper, and down to Newsom it goes. The return of Pelé continues in a moment. New York Cosmos on the attack. They trail by a score of 1-0 here in the first half at Downing Stadium in New York. John Kerr, number 6, over to Pelé. Air of excitement every time this man comes close to the ball. Mackenzie trying to stay with him. Beautiful move. To Shpliger. Back to Pelé it comes. Shot is blocked by Piccieno. Blocked by Cooper. Another corner kick for the Cosmos, who have, in recent minutes, begun to apply the pressure now. A lot of the play in this end of the field, Ben.
Yes, beautiful work by Pelé, too. He's really taking command of the game as one expected he would. Given a chance to warm up.
Foul is called against the Cosmos, kicking from behind on the Cosmos. It'll be a free kick for Dallas. Dallas is coached by Ron Newman, who's in his 7th year. New York by Gordon Bradley, who's been their coach since 1971. Someone asked him the other day, I think in the press conference, what are you going to tell a guy like Pelé? He says, I don't tell him anything, right?
That's absolutely right, yes. He said that he would try and work with Pelé and leave it at that.
Gore coming across field to take the free kick. Back to Albert Jackson, who left foots it near the penalty area, headed out by the Cosmos. Up to Liveric. Liveric, former Yugoslavian, in this country for 5 years now, plans to become a resident. Pelé has blocked on him. Ricky Reynolds. To Shadwick. Gets it up to Renshaw. Over to Shadwick on the far side. Down the right wing comes Shadwick, picked up by Piccieno, number 18. Shadwick to Reynolds, up to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to center the ball, kicked high in the air by Roth. Pelé manages to field it. Knocked away by Shadwick, picked up by Reynolds. Moore, number 9, and Reynolds goes down in a heap of feet, along with Roth. Foul called against the Cosmos. It'll be a free kick now for the Dallas Tornado from about 30 yards out. Reynolds setting it up. You can see Pelé there directing traffic just to the left of the ball as the Cosmos form that protective wall. Could be a bit of trickery here. The first man, the man closest to the ball, doesn't necessarily take this thing, as you'll see. Reynolds goes right by it. Shadwick taken away by Pelé. Up to Correa. Correa starts down the right wing. Sends it back to Pelé. Pass upfield. Give and go. Kerr to Pelé. Waits for his teammates to come join him. To Shpliger. Inside the penalty area to Correa. As Cooper, the goalie, is drawn out, but New York cannot take advantage of it. Again, the Cosmos applying the pressure. Going for the equalizer here. They're trailing 1-0. 9.5 minutes left to play. Pelé. Inside, header! That's into the side of the net. Just wide by Liveric.
And the sign is now that, here we see it again, the signs now that Pelé is going to use this move quite a lot. The cross-field ball to the on-rushing left winger. Here, Shpliger coming in from the left, making good contact this time, but only with the side of the net.
Cooper on the punt, sends it downfield. Mackenzie contesting. On with Kyle Rote Jr., picked up by the Cosmos, John Kerr, number 6. Up it comes to Shpliger. Correa, number 7, to Werner Roth. Up to Lamas. Lamas is Mickey Moore, number 9, all over his back. The foul is called. Albert Jackson clearing it out for the Dallas Tornado, well downfield. The return of Pelé continues in a moment.
Go in, Dallas.
And the closest thing to a score, I guess you missed.
Yeah.
Throwing for the New York Cosmos to our left as we head back to play. In their defensive end of the field, comes into Lamas. Tornado has had 6 shots on goal.
Beautiful free pass by Lamas to John Kerr.
Kerr, number 6. Sends it off to Correa. Back to Lamas. Shpliger, number 21, to Liveric. Now as the Cosmos working the perimeter of the penalty area. Shpliger making a run at it. Cooper comes out, ball is loose. Kicked away by David Shadwick. Loses it, Shpliger. Great footwork by Shpliger into the corner to Liveric. He comes back outside with it. Kerr. Hit the bar on the left side. As Kerr rifled a shot for 20 feet, and Kenny Cooper did a fine job protecting. Cosmos applying pressure. Correa, number 7, centers the ball. Kerr loses his footing, and Reynolds kicks it out for Dallas. That's the second time that a New York shot has hit the post. Pelé had a header hit the post earlier. George Lay. The crowd, by the way, is still coming in at Downing Stadium. They've had an immense traffic jam here. There's only one road that leads to Randall's Island, and this event, coupled with a Yankee Bat Day promotion at Shea Stadium and Belmont Park, has created quite a colossal traffic jam, as you might well imagine. This will be the largest crowd in the Cosmos history. Their previous large crowd was 13,000 against the Moscow Dynamo. Years ago. Here's David Shadwick for Dallas. Inside the penalty area. Shadwick looking for some place to go with it. Fires the left-footed shot. The ball goes into the net. It is a goal. He hesitated just a moment to see if it didn't go into the side of the net. Somewhat of a freak goal, but a goal nevertheless, Ben.
Yes, deflected by one of the defenders, with the goalkeeper completely stranded by the deflection.
See Newsom go down. He lost his footing. He had no idea where the ball was. It was deflected and simply rolled into the net. And Dallas leads by a score of 2-0 on the goal by David Shadwick. Just over 5 minutes left to play. Pelé handling the ball in the kickoff. Back to Lamas.
So often happens, the team building up all the pressure as New York have done, and they're killed by a breakaway.
Liveric.
Dallas ball.
It is ironic because the Cosmos had been applying all the pressure here the last few minutes. Couldn't get the score. And Dallas, one of the few times that had gotten close to the goal, did get the goal. We'll return to Randall's Island in just a moment. Soccer League action from Randall's Island and Downing Stadium. It is Lamas controlling the ball to Pelé. Over to Correa, to Shpliger, back to Correa. Lifted away by Cooper. Another shot. Mark. And we get a whistle. And offsides is called against the Cosmos. I'll tell you, Cooper has distinguished himself in goals so far, hasn't he, Ben?
Had a very good game indeed.
New York has had 7 shots on him.
New York really very unfortunate, though. They're not having the breaks at all, having hit the upright twice, the left-hand upright. Once by Pelé.
Kenny Cooper will punt it out. No, he'll throw it out. Beyond midfield. Mickey Moore running into Werner Roth. Quite a collision there. Ball picked up by Kerr. Here come the Cosmos again. Unrelentless pressure on the Dallas goal with 2 minutes 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Taken away by Mike Renshaw of Dallas. Renshaw charging up the center of the field. This man has been bothered with sore knees. The all-time leading scorer in Dallas history. Kyle Rote goes down inside the penalty area. Referee says play on. Kerr clearing it to midfield, headed back by Albert Jackson. Taken away by Werner Roth. Roth to Kerr. Tornado leading 2-0 over the New York Cosmos. Trying to spoil the return of Pelé. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Give and go there. Shpliger over to Liveric.
Corner kick, New York.
Shot is blocked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Cosmos from the far side for Mark Liveric. This will be their 6th corner kick. Look at the size of this crowd here at Downing Stadium. They're up on the drive, the street above the expressway. That's the Triborough Bridge looking down. Getting a free look at the action from there. David Shadwick for the Dallas Tornado to Kyle Rote Jr. off to Mackenzie. Back to
Shadwick for Dallas.
Shadwick has a go. So does Mackenzie for the Dallas Tornado. Shadwick up to Mackenzie. Werner Roth collides with it. Referee says play on, and so they do. Minute and a half remaining in the first half. Mahy, number 2, the Cosmos captain. To Correa. Correa, star player from Uruguay. Cross field, but nobody there. Reynolds picks it off for Dallas. Richie Reynolds down to Kyle Rote Jr. Roth has him marked pretty well. Taken away by Moore, number 9. 3-on-2 situation for Dallas. Moore shot rolls just wide of the net.
Shot by Mickey Moore. Goal kick, New York.
Goal kick for the Cosmos as Sam Musan scoops it up. Musan is from Bermuda originally, a former World Cup goalie for the Bermuda national team. In his 4th year in the North American Soccer League. Great quickness. Less than a minute to play in the first half. 40 seconds. Turned around by George Lay.
I'd better go out.
Foul called against Dallas. Free kick here for the Cosmos. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Shadwick down the right wing, guarded by Piccieno. Shadwick with a good stop and start move, trying to get around Piccieno, who has it. Gets it back to Newsom. Less than 5 seconds. Unofficial. That clock, by the way, is not official. We're very close to it. With goals in the first half by Aldi Mackenzie and by David Shadwick. There's the man. You know, if it's true that he's getting what they say he's getting, it would average out over the 107 games or so he's scheduled to play over the next 3 years at just under $44,000 per game.
And in terms of an investment in a whole major sport for a huge country, cheap at half the price.
The total figure is reported to be $4.7 million. That's a long way for a man who grew up actually poverty-stricken in Brazil. Cosmos on the attack now. They trailed 2-0. Ball turned around quickly by the Dallas Tornado. Werner Roth. Very breezy afternoon in New York, overcast. Slight threat of rain in the air right now. So the field is dry and hard. Piccieno, young rookie. Dallas has done some substituting now. Freddie Garcia is into the game for the first time. Young man who's a graduate of the high school soccer ranks in Dallas. He wears number 18. You see him there. Piccieno. Garcia was injured earlier this year, member of the U.S. Olympic team, just recovered from a knee injury. Piccieno being contested along with Renshaw. Coach Ron Newman of Dallas indicated he would like to give all of his players that he has with him a chance to at least participate in the game, to say that they did play against Pelé. Oh! Attempted cross there by Liveric. Bounced off Tommy Gore, number 17.
And the pattern of play being set again with New York well on top in the opening seconds of the second half. And
we're shooting pictures of him, he's shooting pictures of us.
Everybody having a ball here.
Corner by Liveric. Pelé with an over-the-head kick. A scissors kick goes across the end line. Watch this technique. This is kind of a trademark, isn't it?
Absolutely. He scored some wonderful goals in this way, leaping about 6 feet into the air. There you see the scissors overhead kick. This time, not getting the ball into the goal, but this is the kind of excitement that is going to draw tens of thousands of people to watch this marvelous athlete.
A lot of newsmen out at the workout of the Cosmos on Friday, and he scored a goal with that type of kick, and even the newsmen dropped their pads. Cameras started to applaud such artistry. Tommy Gore watching this one go out of bounds as Liveric tried to catch up to it. Liveric, number 8 for the New York Cosmos, leading scorer on the year for New York. Throw into the goalie, Kenny Cooper. He's had an excellent afternoon. I don't know if Pelé has impressed him, do you?
No, I think...
When it comes nap time, even Pelé can't wake him up, huh? Oh, look at this!
And once again, it's this defense that is suspect. They really aren't very sure under pressure, and they're not getting too much pressure, and yet are getting caught unawares when the Dallas Tornado do break away.
Corner kick. George Lay will take it for the Tornado from the far side. His team leading 2-0 here early in the second half. Left foots it square into the penalty area. Albert Jackson got a piece of it. Moffat goes down hard up to Garcia. Freddie Garcia trying to get inside to Renshaw. Taken away by Pelé.
You kids want to move up there?
The foul is called at Pelé. That draws a lot of boos from the fans. Take a look at it again, Ben.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid he's the guilty party that time. It was a rather neat little ankle tap. But the fouls that have been perpetrated on him allow him to get his own back occasionally, I think.
Kerr sends it upfield for the Cosmos. Will it go out of bounds? No, save. Liveric. Look at him go. Liveric. Trying to get it across. It does. Correa. Blocked by Cooper. Ball is still loose. And Cooper with another sensational save.
Yeah, he really has played a fantastic game, this fellow Cooper. I don't know how they let him get away in Britain. He comes from Blackburn in Lancashire.
Former all-league goalie in the North American Soccer League in 72, 73. Here's trouble. Garcia. High and wide.
But once again, that defense looking perilously suspect. Well, there's one little lad who's having a wonderful time here. As well he might.
You know, one of the amazing things about this crowd is you see them all sizes, all colors, you know. Everything. Everybody is here, it seems.
And a fair portion of Brazilians, too.
Lay on the corner kick. Rote goes high for the header. Can't get any steam on it, however. Reynolds over to save it from going out of bounds. Taken away by Liveric. Mark Liveric down the left wing for the New York Cosmos up to Shpliger at midfield. Shpliger circles around. Over to Lamas. Uruguayan player. Far side to Kerr. Mackenzie picks him up. Another weak shot there. Correa. Kerr. Trying to save it. I believe it'll be a corner kick. Darn it, she says.
Number 22.
Well, Cosmos have mounted the most serious threat so far in the second half, and will return to Downing Stadium in a moment.
For Dallas, the right wing, number 18, Federico Garcia, replaces number 21, David Shadwick.
Call on the Dallas Tornado, and Pelé will set up the free kick here for the New York Cosmos. Tornado leading 2-0. Pelé over to Lamas. Garcia trying to run him down. Lamas going across the field. Shpliger loses it. Moore to Reynolds. Good pass up to Mackenzie. Mackenzie trying to set up the cross. Instead feeds it back to Reynolds. Reynolds inside the penalty area to Kyle Rote Jr. Back to Reynolds. His four-man committee is wide to the left.
New York.
Well, this league started back in 1967. To give you a good example how soccer is catching on with the youngsters, I know in the Dallas area, there were 300 kids playing soccer. Today, there are 50,000 youngsters in the Dallas area alone playing soccer, and a good reason for it, I think, is Ron Newman, the Dallas coach, who's been kind of a Pied Piper. He's been all over the place talking to clinics. And youngsters like this taking up the game, and really in some areas of the country, it's making a dent on the Little League baseball and football programs. Now, what they haven't done yet, frankly, has been able to transfer this interest to the professional level.
Popularity can go down the drain fast.
Shpliger. Liveric. Lamas straight to the footwork. Headed by Albert Jackson. And back by Gore. The goal of Cooper, which draws some boos from the fans here at Downing Stadium. By the way, Freddie Garcia, who came into the ballgame in the second half for Dallas, replaced David Shadwick, who had a hand in both Dallas goals in the first half of play. Cosmos looking for the first score. Trying to get something going. Piccieno over to Liveric. He's double-teamed by Rote and also by Gore. Pass taken away by Reynolds. Up to Gore. Gore playing with a severely strained knee to Mike Renshaw. Trying to get the pass to Mackenzie, broken up nicely by Dillon. Pelé, number 10.
In the same area.
Lamas, number 5. Dillon downfield, taken away by Moffat.
They'll be in the same area.
Piccieno over to Lamas near midfield. Cosmos. Here's Pelé. 35 yards out. Putting on his moves. Garcia tangling with him. 2 men on him. Loses the ball. Garcia takes it away. Pelé has scored 8 goals in one game. That was in 1964. He has 90 hat tricks. 4 goals 30 times. 5 in one game 6 times. All told, 1,220 goals in his professional career from 1956 to 1974. And looking for his first goal today in North American Soccer League action against the Dallas Tornado. This is a special exhibition game that will not count in the league standings. Both these teams return to regular season play on Wednesday. Dallas is at Portland, and the Cosmos host Toronto. New York on the attack here. Broken up by Albert Jackson and Moore. Beginning to hear quite a few more boos at the style of play here, Ben.
Yes, as I was saying a little earlier, Frank, they're going to get very discouraged pretty soon, New York are, if they can't translate all this pressure into goals.
Kerr loses it to Moore. Mickey Moore for Dallas. Crossfield to Mike Renshaw. Renshaw for the Tornado, back to Moore. Moore making a move. Mickey Moore takes the shot. Trying to get around Piccieno, can't. Finally, Lamas takes it away up to Pelé. Same motion, to Liveric, give and go, back to Pelé. Pelé toward the center. Over to Pelé, it's a shot, wide. In case you joined us late, Pelé came close to scoring a goal in the first half on a header, which bounced off the sidebar.
And noticeably, Pelé trying to slow down the play, trying to move the ball precisely through the defense, not kick and rush.
Cooper, Dallas goalie, rolls it out to the top of the penalty area, bounces it once, and gets it airborne well downfield. Roth with the header over to Mackenzie. Mackenzie making a move.
Cleared by Primo.
He was cut off by David Primo, number 22, who has just come into the game for the Cosmos. Will return to Randall's Island in just a moment.
Free kick, Dallas.
Perfectly set up.
The New York Cosmos have just scored, and we'll look at it again as Pelé set it up for Shpliger. And watch this play, Ben. Perfect example of Pelé's.
Move down the right, the ball transferred to Pelé. Now, there's no sudden rush. He just takes in the situation, sums up where the best pass can be placed, and here you'll see it pass with slide rule perfection. The whole defense wrong-footed to the unmarked player. There he goes. It's not a shot of any power from Shpliger, but it just beats. There you see, just creeps into the corner of the net. But just a perfect pass with slide rule accuracy.
So Pelé, as we're back live, pays his first dividend for the New York Cosmos, having a hand in that goal by Mordecai Shpliger. And that has got this crowd alive now. Dallas leading 2-1. We have 32 minutes left to play in the game. Cooper, the Dallas goalie, had an interesting comment about the pressure on the Tornado playing against Pelé. He said, as far as he's concerned, the pressure is on Pelé because he is expected to score, to perform. And it has to be a lot of pressure on him because the fans out here have come to see him. They expect so much. And he has shown them certainly flashes of brilliance. Werner Roth for the Cosmos. To Piccieno. Cosmos started upfield now. That had to give them a big psychological lift. Shpliger, Bobby Moffat running him down in the corner. He's looking for the cross. Instead, into Liveric. Liveric with that strong left foot. Fires the cross in the middle, but no one's there. Correa, number 7, back to Lamas. Again Correa on the edge of the penalty box. Over to John Kerr. Kerr, number 6, sizing up the situation, goes inside. Pelé trying to get to the ball. Reynolds cuts it off with Bobby Moffat. The attendance today, by the way, 21,278. That's the largest crowd in the history of the Cosmos, and undoubtedly one of the largest crowds in the history of the North American Soccer League. Only place they've been drawing crowds anywhere near that is out on the West Coast, San Jose and Seattle, where they've approached 20,000 in the past. Here's Mickey Moore up to Mackenzie. Newsom coming out and letting it roll across the end line, setting up the goal kick.
Free kick, New York.
There's a big rooter for you. Come on, Pelé, huh?
And now the famous chant. Pelé.
Cooper coming out to make the save. The return of Pelé continues in a moment. It's too bad we miss it. That's it. Cleaver with Ben Wright and Jack Whitaker. Downing Stadium in New York. Dallas leads the New York Cosmos 2-1. It's the Cosmos on the attack. With 29 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the game. Here's Pelé. Putting on one of his patented moves, getting by Richie Reynolds, going down. A whistle call and a foul will be called, I believe, on Reynolds. Let's see. We'll look at it again.
Well, of course, Reynolds has obviously been given the job of trying to stay with Pelé, and that's the only way he can do it, hooking the legs away from this brilliant Brazilian.
Well, maybe they'll do it the other way. Let's see what they call here. There he is, lightning quick, resourceful, imaginative, greatest player that the game has ever known. The kick is given to Dallas, and Jackson sends it back to Ken Cooper.
Hard to see the logic of that decision, I must say. You could see very clearly that Reynolds hooked Pelé's legs away.
Mickey Moore controlling for the Dallas Tornado to Renshaw. Renshaw bumps it up to Mackenzie. Mackenzie tested from behind by Primo. Primo, number 22, controlling. Newest member of the Cosmos, who just joined them, former player from Israel. Lamas. Correa trying to get it past Renshaw and up to Shpliger. Dallas, as we mentioned, has been troubled by injuries a great deal. So much so that they had to activate their own coach, Ron Newman, who put himself under a player contract for $1 a year. One of his players said he was grossly overpaid at that. Here's Pelé. Let's watch him. Tried to time that to hit Correa, who was coming across. And Cooper moved out of the net to stop it.
Yes, it's going to take time, Frank, for the players to get accustomed to these moves that Pelé is going to put on.
Mickey Moore for Dallas.
Mickey Moore for the Dallas Tornado. Nice move, gets around Piccieno. Moore charging on goal, sends it into the middle. Ricochets off the foot of Warner Roth and back to Sam Newsom. Out to Pelé. Look at that move. Cross field it goes to John Kerr. Kerr moving down the right wing. Looking toward the middle as Shpliger goes down. Ball is cleared out by the Tornado. Piccieno coming back with it to Dillon. Up to Lamas near midfield. Lamas to Liveric. New York trailing 2-1. Liveric, left foot is inside the penalty area. Away high for the attempted header. Didn't quite reach it. Shpliger got it inside. But the Tornado taking it out of bounds, that resulted in the throw-in for the Cosmos from the far side. New York going for the equalizer. Lamas. Shot attempt is blocked by Renshaw. There's Pelé going down just outside the penalty area as he was hit from behind by Bobby Moffat, number 14, and Moffat helps him to his feet.
Well, of course, this is the kind of thing that's been happening to Pelé through the years. Let's have a look at that one again. There you see the ball coming to Pelé and just kicked up in the air. It's the old story. Thankfully, he's not seriously hurt. We might see one of his specials here. He has the ability to curve the ball completely round that defensive wall.
You've seen him do that, haven't you?
I have, indeed. He put it round 8 men standing in a line into the top corner of the net, and the goalkeeper never moved.
There's the defensive wall put up by the Tornado. Shot is blocked this time. There's a shot saved by Kenny Cooper. Unleashed that time by Correa, number 7. The return of Pelé continues in a moment.
Yeah.
Cooper is sending the ball far downfield for the Dallas Tornado. Reynolds at midfield, tangling with Pelé. Reynolds staying after it. Taken away by Liveric. Liveric up to Pelé. Cross field to John Kerr, number 6. Kerr over the outside line to Shpliger. Shpliger on the right wing. Liveric goal, fisted away by Ken Cooper, who's had a very busy afternoon. You'll notice Pelé takes a pretty good shot. Look as he moves into the penalty area now, and the ball comes across, and he gets whacked pretty good from behind.
Yes, I think that was unintentional, Frank. I don't think he could really...
Goal is scored, and we'll look at it again by the Cosmos to tie it up, and it was Pelé.
And here it comes again. Ball coming across from the right. There you see the dark man looks, leaps high into the air, the perfect header. And Pelé has scored his first goal in the North American soccer. And the crowd are going wild, as well they might.
That has just about stopped the game here. The photographers behind the goal, there must be hundreds of them along with spectators. And listen to the fans chant Pelé.
Press photographers having to be removed from the pitch, they just went crazy then. As Pelé equalizes the score at 2-all.
We now pause for this word from your local station.
Shot by Reynolds. Ladies and gentlemen, today's attendance, 21,278, a New York Cosmos record, and we thank you.
Oh, damn it.
Throw in Dallas.
Score tied at 2-all now with 22 minutes left in the game. Dallas Tornado on the attack. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but the Cosmos has come back. There's the center, and the attempted header by Kyle Roth missed. Tommy Gore, number 17. Shot is over the goal. And will result in a goal kick.
I'd like to remind you that the New York Cosmos next home game will be this Wednesday, June 18th. This
That
Wednesday,
is Ray Jones. He has
Metro.
been brought by the Dallas Tornado all the way to New York. They call him the White Tornado.
Tickets are available
He
at
is very
tickets.
much in evidence in all their games as a mascot of sorts.
For the nearest outlet, you can call 212-541-7290.
I tell you, Ben, I guess the fans have got their money's worth. They saw what they came to see.
They have indeed already, Frank, and I think the North American League are going to get an awful lot more money's worth before they're finished. Pelé looks to be in excellent shape, and yet he's only claiming to be 70% fit.
Renshaw controlling the ball for the Dallas Tornado. Down the left wing, comes across with the ball right into the arms of Sam Newsom. The New York goalie sends it out to Lamas. 20 minutes and 45 seconds left to play. Score is tied at 2-all. Pelé has scored a goal. He has assisted on another. As the Cosmos have come back from a 2-0 deficit at halftime. Pelé controls, number 10. Cross to Liveric. Liveric on the left wing, trying to get around Tommy Gore. Ball bounced off Gore. It'll be a corner kick. Look at these fans. They love it. They've got air horns. They've got flags. Ball comes out to Piccieno. That is deflected by Albert Jackson. Here's Liveric. Gets around Garcia. Off center and headed out. This time by Mickey Moore. We mentioned earlier the cities that Pelé would play in this year in the North American Soccer League. We left out Washington. He will also be in Washington later on this season. The fans in those cities will have a chance to see him.
The corner kick now. But this time, two defenders keeping close as his shirt to Pelé. New York still on the attack. Offside on the left wing for Mark Liveric. Reynolds putting the ball back to goalkeeper Ken Cooper.
Cooper is setting things up, and it appears now that the momentum has shifted a great deal in New York's favor because of spectacular play of Pelé. Didn't you say, Ben?
Absolutely. He's really given them a psychological advantage, Frank. Those marvelous strokes of genius that flow from his feet.
Great move there by Mark Liveric, getting around Freddie Garcia. Mackenzie for Dallas. He can move. Mackenzie. Back to Moore. To Mike Renshaw. Renshaw, number 11. Again to Moore.
Tommy Gore for Dallas.
Tommy Gore, number 17. Setting it up just outside the penalty area. Fires the ball over the end line. The return of Pelé continues in a moment.
For New York. Lamas. Pelé. Lamas. Pelé.
Corner kick coming up for the Cosmos as Pelé set Liveric up again with a perfect pass, and his shot was deflected over the goal line. So a New York corner kick comes into Pelé, who chests the ball. Brilliant footwork. His shot is deflected by Cooper.
Having a brilliant game, this Cooper. He must have been unsighted then by a crowd of players in front of him. That was a great save.
Mackenzie goes down in a heap. Foul is called against Primo of the Cosmos. That will result in a direct free kick for the Dallas Tornado. This Dallas team has reached the semifinals in each of the last 3 years in the North American Soccer League. They, along with St. Louis, are the only two charter teams remaining. And the league was formed back in the late 60s. Now, the last few years, since 1969, the league has gone from a total of 5 teams to 20. Spread all over the country. Throw in by George Lay into Renshaw. Here's Pelé. Watch him. Correa. Correa down the far wing. Kerr.
This is Kerr.
Kerr back to Pelé. Over to Kerr. Back to Pelé. Pelé trying to set it up. Great move in front of the goal. Down he goes. Says the official. No foul. That draws the boos. Kyle Rote Jr., number 12 at midfield for Dallas.
I think there were pretty justified claims for a penalty there. We'll see him now as he charges in on goal. You see there are 2 defenders about to come in on him. He gets in between them, and there's a fairly effective sandwich. It looked to me as if he was brought down from behind.
Back to live action. It is Moore launching the left-footed shot into the arms of Newsom. Comes out of the far side. Kerr, number 6, on the right wing. Trying to work the give and go there with Correa. Back to Kerr, back to Correa. Sends it back to Pelé. See him motioning his right arm, directing traffic out there, all the while dribbling the ball. Kicked out of there and saved from going out of bounds by Alfie Mackenzie of Dallas. Very exciting game with 15 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Score tied at 2-2. Tony Piccieno for New York. Up to Pelé. To Kerr, number 6. Kerr moves down the right wing to Correa. Across the offsides line and the offensive end of the field. Good work by Lamas. Trying to work the ball inside. Jackson clears it out for Dallas. Pelé. Into the middle. Give and go. Pelé. Back-footing the ball. Taken it away by Reynolds. Mike Renshaw moving down the left wing. Renshaw playing midfield. Normally he plays at a striker position or a forward, but he's been curtailed somewhat because of a bad knee injury. Renshaw down the left side, looking for an opening outside the penalty area. This is Liveric. Shpliger. Back to Liveric. Over to Pelé. Mickey Moore for the Dallas Tornado. Upfield to Tommy Gore. Gore down the right wing. Contesting one-on-one with Tony Piccieno. We'll return to Downing Stadium in a moment.
Tommy Gore.
Substitution.
Who's coming in? Huh? Creamer.
Creamer for Renshaw, isn't it?
Yes.
Creamer for Renshaw.
Substitution. Number 2. Peter Creamer. Coming on.
Substitution for the Dallas Tornado. There he is, Peter Creamer, the newest member of the Tornado, who joined the club just Friday as a first division player out of Middleborough. You familiar with him?
Yes, indeed. Very good player. Only a young fellow, and he hasn't had a lot of experience yet.
Dallas controlling the ball. Ricky Reynolds goes across to Aldi Mackenzie. Score tied at 2. Shpliger for the New York Cosmos on the attack. Sending it toward Pelé, but well guarded by Tommy Gore. Moore down into the corner with Freddie Garcia trying to run it down. Garcia attempting a cross there over the goal line, which will result in a goal kick for the Cosmos.
Decidedly ragged look about the Dallas forward line at the moment, Frank, as New York are taking greater control of the game.
12 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the contest as Bobby Moffat turns it around for the Dallas Tornado. Dillon for the Cosmos. Dillon, number 20. Across midfield to Kerr on the far side. Cosmos have not had a substitution in the game. Again, it's Moffat, turns it around for Dallas. Piccieno goes down, and he is hurt. Garcia tried to boot that ball, and as he was spinning around, it seems that Picciano's stomach got in the way. Well, coming up on the CBS Sports Spectacular, something very exciting for you. We're going to tell you about it in just a minute. Look out! Cooper heading off Correa, number 7, as he made a rush on goal. Fine defensive play. Well, the horse of the year this year, Ben, may not be Foolish Pleasure or Master Derby or Avatar, the winners of the 3 Triple Crown races. You heard of Ruffian?
I have indeed. Want to see her, too.
That's the 3-year-old filly who's astounded the horse racing world. She's unbeaten. The next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular, she seeks the 3rd and final jewel in the fillies Triple Crown. The coaching club, American Oaks, Belmont Park. We're going back to London today. We'll also do the Royal Ascot race, too. We'll return to Randall's Island in just a moment. Welcome back to Downing Stadium, Randall's Island, New York. North American Soccer League action between the Dallas Tornado and the New York Cosmos. The score tied at 2-all with 10 minutes and 37 seconds left to play in the game. Tony Piccieno for the New York Cosmos, up to Mark Liveric. Liveric looking for the go-ahead goal. Comes back to Kerr now as the Cosmos seem to slow things down a little bit. Lamas, number 5, trying to get around Freddie Garcia, looking for an opening. Off to Liveric. Aldi Mackenzie goes down for the Dallas Tornado, and Mackenzie was tripped up and is hurting a little bit, apparently. You're watching the return of Pelé on a special edition of the CBS Sports Spectacular. And we've got a warning card called on Liveric for dangerous play. First warning card we have had in the game. There's a couple of more substitutes coming into the game for the Dallas Tornado. Kenny Cooper is being replaced in goal by a rookie, Matt Weiss, and Cooper gets a fine hand as he has played an outstanding game. Weiss is from Quincy College in Illinois. He is the #2 draft choice of the Tornado. Has seen very little action this year. Did play in an international game against Israel and acquitted himself very well. Reynolds contesting with Pelé. All high inside the penalty area. Piccieno at the Liveric. Pelé. Cross field to David Primo. #2, or 22 rather, the newest member of the Cosmos. Correa deep in the corner. Sends it back to Primo. Dallas breaking that up. Gore, #17. Up to Kyle Rote near midfield. Back to Gore. Gore trying to get it to Freddie Garcia, kicked away by Piccieno. Roth. Over to Kerr. 8 minutes, 41 seconds of action remaining in this North American Soccer League special exhibition. From Downing Stadium, Randall's Island, New York. Cosmos on the move, looking for the go-ahead goal. Piccieno down into the corner. Youngster from Long Island, one of the top draft choices of the Cosmos, was kicked out of bounds. Boy, look at that crowd of photographers around the goal, the Cosmos goal, just shadowing Pelé's every move. We got a bigger crowd behind the Cosmos goal than I think we have on the sidelines. We're in the end zone, certainly. 21,000 fans on hand. Stands are pretty well packed. Foul called.
Yes, the Dallas forward involved in that one was backing right into the defender. And the referee was right on the spot. Free kick to New York.
Dillon sends it off. Over to Kerr. To Pelé. Well, this man will make in the next 3 years more money than he made in 17 years of playing soccer in Brazil. Free kick taken quickly by Pelé following the foul on Dallas. Up to Kerr. Correa. Taken away by Tommy Gore. Far side to Alfie Mackenzie. Tornado. Lamas, #5. Liveric stops it with the left foot. Trying to get around Moffat. Foul called on Reynolds. Free kick for the Cosmos.
Now we're going to see one of the Pelé specials.
Dallas forming the wall.
He could well curve this one from the right of the wall. Exactly that. And Weiss had difficulty in handling that one.
Weiss, by the way, is participating, as we mentioned, in only his second game as a professional. Here he runs into Pelé. That's quite a way to start your career, isn't it?
I'll say.
Dallas on the move. 6 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. Musan coming out of goal, fielding out on the hop. Out quickly to Dillon. Well, let's see if either side has one last rush here, which could Gore, #17. Starts it upfield across the center line. Trying to lead Reynolds with that pass. Throwing for the Cosmos. The return of Pelé continues in a moment.
The east side ticket booth on the east side of the stadium. Immediately following the game for the Cosmos next home game this Wednesday night, June 18th versus Toronto.
Back to live soccer action from New York. 5 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the game. Dallas Tornado throwing at midfield. Score tied at 2-2. Pelé has scored a goal for the Cosmos. He has assisted on the other goal. Pass down to Moffat. Moffat on the right wing. Sends it across, and this goes high in front of the goal. The snare it. Here's him out to Piccieno. Lanky youngster from Long Island. Played his high school soccer in Brooklyn. Each team in the North American Soccer League now has to have at least 5 American players on its roster. Here's Correa. Upfield to Shpliger. Shpliger trying to launch a shot. Picked up by Reynolds. Mackenzie tripped up by Shpliger. And a free kick awarded to the Dallas Tornado with 4 minutes left to play in the game. Headed out by Dillon. Liveric down the left wing. Along with Kerr, Liveric clears it across the center. He's looking at Pelé, but instead goes to Shpliger. Shpliger inside, trying to reach Pelé. Dallas on the offensive. Freddy Garcia, number 18, into the corner with Dillon. Garcia charging on Musan. Garcia can't put enough steam on it. Cleared out by Roth, number 4. Serious scoring threat aborted there by the Cosmos. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Reynolds inside to Kyle Rote Jr. Rote has really not been a factor in this game. Pelé. Back to Pelé. Lamas, number 5. Spinning away. Tornado defender, who is Neil Cohen. Correa trying to get outside George Pelé and can't do so. Pelé takes the ball away from him. We will have a post-game interview with the great Pelé. Stay tuned for that. Ben Wright will be down in the field and talking to the soccer superstar immediately following the conclusion of the game, and that's just 2 minutes and 25 seconds away. There he is. He has played every moment of this game. His first game in a year's time, and he has impressed many of us here at Downing Stadium. Playing with a strange team, he has done remarkably well. Scoring one of the New York goals, the goal which tied the game, and assisting on the other. Kerr down the left wing, guarded by Reynolds. Trying to set up a play, goes to Liveric. 1 minute 57 seconds. Out to Piccieno. Piccieno looks at Pelé, instead goes to Lamas. Lamas into the middle, headed out by Dallas. Good kick by Reynolds. Clears it out of trouble for the Dallas Tornado. Clock continues to move on. Notice the crowd. No one is left here. They're expecting perhaps another last-minute miracle by Pelé, who's given them plenty to talk about. Unofficially, 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Pelé, good pass. Off to Correa. Back to Pelé. Pass bounces off Albert Jackson. Pelé. Trying to get it to Liveric. Kicked out of bounds by Neil Cohen. Cohen is another product of the Dallas high school soccer ranks. There he is. He's had quite an afternoon. And under great pressure today to produce, to score it, he's done just that. Less than a minute remaining in the game. Piccieno turns it around for the Cosmos. To Shpliger. Shpliger, number 21, up to Pelé. Pelé in the left wing to Kerr. Kerr waiting. Tries to fire a pass into Shpliger, and we get an offside called against New York. Cosmos were offside. Rookie goalie Matt Weiss there of the Dallas Tornado. There'll be no overtime in this exhibition game. Normally, in a regular North American Soccer League match, provisions are made for 2 15-minute overtime periods, but because this is a special exhibition, there will be no overtime, and it will wind up tied. 10 seconds left to play in the game, and that most certainly will be the case here. Ball coming out to midfield. Rolls out of bounds. Piccieno will throw it in. Just a few seconds left to play. There's the whistle. And that marks the end of the game. The final score, Dallas 2, the Cosmos nothing. The return of Pelé continues from Randall's Island in New York in just a moment.
Next Wednesday night against the Toronto Metros. Please stay off the field. All spectators are requested to stay off the field.
What are they doing? Huh?
Let me get five.
They're ripping his shirt off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please clear the field. Please clear the field. We request your complete cooperation and ask you to please stay off the playing field.
Give me some stats, okay, in case I need them before. Please note.
Okay, come on. Yeah, I hear you.
Do I need this? Do I need this?
Please, ladies and gentlemen, stay off the playing field.
Where's our...
We ask you to return to the stands, please. Thank you for your cooperation. Please clear the field.
We're on the air.
We're on the air.
Souvenir, and whether or not we'll be able to get to him now, it will be very, very difficult because of the crowd surrounding the tunnel leading to the locker room, as Pelé was mobbed as he tried to leave the field after making a very, very conspicuous debut in the North American Soccer League, as he led the New York Cosmos from a 2-0 deficit at halftime. They trailed at halftime to a 2-2 tie, a draw with the Dallas Tornado, as he assisted on the first goal of the afternoon by the Cosmos in the second half, and then came back brilliantly on a header to score the second goal, the goal which tied up the game. A crowd of 21,278 on hand here, and there is Pelé in the locker room. Pelé in the locker room talking to some of the youngsters who are being allowed in there. A man who hasn't played a soccer game in almost a year's time, played the full 90 minutes and acquitted himself tremendously, made a lot of friends in the North American Soccer League. Now let's go down to the field and Jack Whitaker.
Thank you very much, Frank. I think perhaps symbolic of the state of professional soccer in the United States these past few years has been this stadium in which today's game was played. Downey Stadium on Randall's Island in New York lies like a derelict under the arches of the Triborough Bridge. It was built in the Depression of the 1930s, and it is worn down, peeling, and very weak lighted arena. A sand lot, if you will, in a city of glass and steel. To lift soccer out of stadiums like this, to lift it out of the darkness into the sunlight of a well-seated pitch, is the task that has now fallen on the shoulders of Pelé. And it certainly will be one of the most interesting sports stories to chronicle in the next few months. To see if this man, at the age of 34, some of his artistry dimmed by age and comeback, to see if the magic of his reputation and his skills can give prominence to soccer in the only country in the world that has treated it with apathy. Now, Pelé will have some help in this. The North American Soccer League has been working very quietly and diligently these past few years. We veterans who remember the 67 and 68 years with the unpronounceable names and the empty ballparks and the increasing flood of red ink know that there have been some changes. Most important is the fact that more youngsters in the United States play soccer today, and it is from them in years to come that the stars will come, like Kyle Rote Jr., and more importantly, more soccer fans. In the meantime, the task is Pelé's, and I think he's up to it, because this afternoon for an hour and a half, this wasn't a worn-out stadium with the paint peeling. It was a gay, sunlit place, and we cheered his artistry. For Ben Wright, Frank Lieber, this is Jack Whitaker from Downing Stadium, Randall's Island, New York.
There's about 2 gates over there.